Well, hello everyone, it's Miffy here, and today the topic is Alight Motion. And I'm gonna give you all a beautiful tutorial or just simply a basics for you to quickly get into Alight Motion and understand everything. Since this is a complicated app, you might take a while, but with this video, you can only take a week or more. That's your thing. Now you need a drawing app. There are multiple drawing apps, and which one are my favorite? IPS Paint, but Procreate is also really good. There are, but since I don't have Procreate, I'm gonna use IPS Paint. Now, since this is an example drawing of how you have to do it, you have to make each different layers. Now, since you can look, I have different layers of every single part of the drawing: hair, head, body, and back hair. Since you are probably a beginner, you should start using less layers. Many pros use a tons of layers like eyes, eyebrows, blush, cheek, mouth, hair, ears, etc. They're so talented, right? Well, you can become something like them too. Just practice and you will surely become a superstar. Now, all I'm gonna give you an example drawing, since you commonly understand by simply just showing you. Now I'm gonna draw some girl. Now be careful, don't draw everything together or you make a big mistake. First, draw your head. Now, since you have another layer, add another layer. Draw your eyes or body. I'm gonna draw the body first. You can draw full body, but half body is recommended since you're a beginner right now. Now, since it's another layer, move it down. Now, hair. Make sure to put front hair first. The maximum layers of you, since you can do, is 4 or 5. Now, since I'm gonna only do 4, you will understand better. The front hair, okay? Don't do the back hair with it. Then add the back hair below the head, okay? Then I'm gonna do the back hair. Now, lastly, add the faces and details on the head. Don't move it to another layer, okay? Since we only say 4 or 5 layers, add the face and the head instead. Now, since we have our drawing right now, we now need to export it. But how? Well, let me show you here. Now, since we have all different layers, we need to export it. Otherwise, how can we do it? First of all, I don't know how to export in Procreate. You can see other tutorials among that. Now, since IPS Paint is really popular too, I'm gonna show you how to export it on that app. Now, all you have to do is create this tree line and then save layer as transparent PNG. Now, what will happen that your thing will be saved in your type of thing, like your gallery. Then you have to do it the same to the other layers as well. Since everything is saved and all, we now need to go to the Alight Motion, the main app of this video. Now, yippee, we're here. Now make a new project. Oops. Okay, create from scratch, decline or upset if you wanna. Then media, then get all the things you need. First, I'm gonna do it line wise, or you can manage it with the Alight Motion thing. First, I'm gonna add this, the body, then the head, then the head. Okay, size it up a bit since I did a really big mistake making it. I made a head too small. It looks a bit weird, but my girl is beautiful. Okay, last but not least, the back hair. Now put the back hair at the back by pressing these 3 lines. And do you know what these 3 lines are? Well, they are simply all around every single animating app. You can move your layer from down to up or any place you want. Since you need to do it correctly, so in order your drawing doesn't look messy, then you have to animate or choose any layer first. Then do the same or add another effect. Time to introduce effects. When you click on a layer, you see tons of different things: border and shadow, color and fill, blending and opacity, effects, edit shape, move transfer, and so on. But we just need to click on effects. Now, since you have your effects, you need to select anything. But I would like to recommend move and transform. They make your drawing or animation look really bouncy, realistic, and more. Now, the easiest of this thing are many, but I would recommend Scale Assist since it's easy to learn and pretty fun to do. Now, all you have to do is click on the standard settings, like the plus button with the words. Now, you just don't do goofy stuff. You need to follow me to get your animation to look great. Now, go to the default setting. You see this thing, this diamond shape with a plus thing. Press that. That's a keyframe. Well, let me show you an example. If you add this here, then that will be one of the animation. Then if you increase the scale more and then add a keyframe, then your animation will start to begin. Then scale more, again, then scale it down, again. Now repeat the pattern. See how everything's just going? These are keyframes. They are the main part of the animation that does the work with the effects. Now see how the hair looks? If you want another effect, well, you're really curious, then I would recommend wave wrap. Well, not really that, but I'm gonna show you something else since it's a premium one, and even after getting it, it's really hard. Now let me show you another one which will look really cool, trust me. I'll give you file size since that's really good too. Repeat the same process. Add. Now first decide your frequencies. Then add a keyframe. Add another. You don't need to add it. The app will automatically add another for you. Then grow. you see, it looks a little bit more realistic. Since I don't want to add the full thing, so I'm just gonna add some at the end too. Add a keyframe. Okay, let's see how it turns out. Okay, it looks a little more jiggly and jittery, but that's okay. You're a beginner. You can get a real chunky project, but it's still beautiful. Then upon the head, you don't really need to add too much, since you don't need to desolate the whole head. So what I recommend is just scale this or pulse size. Now since the hair is moving really far, you need to match the speed with it. Do the same, adding keyframes. As I said, you don't need to worry. In some effects, the add automatically adds the keyframes. But sometimes it may reset it and you need to do it yourself. Repeat the process, big to small, small to big. Follow the hair with it. Since it's getting big, I get the head bigger. It's getting small, I get the head smaller and normal. Then at the end, you need the head to go back to normal. I recommend putting keyframes at a distance, but I accidentally did not do that, so don't mind. Let's see how the result is so far. But a bit weird, but all you need is to learn what, get it done, then learn some tutorials, try doing it and see if they work, or practically learn it. Or I recommend just watching people do it, since that's the most popular way people learn how to animate. Okay, now you need to do the rest two parts, the body. You don't really need to do anything with the body, just add a few tiny scales to make it a bit realistic, since the character here is obviously bouncing. Don't need to do much, so yeah. Okay, go to the effects, add a keyframe. Well friends, if you can't just automatically add a keyframe, if it's at the default or you didn't make any movements to it, you need to make at least one movement to add a keyframe. Okay, this at tiny movements, the body is in flying to NASA. As you can see, I'm adding tiny movements, seeing that the character is shaking her shoulders or simply bouncing. I recommend learning the number of the size you're doing, repeating over again. Remember the shrinking size and the growing size. Try not to get the glitchy keyframes. Now it's time for the back hair. Well, let's see how it would be for the swing to work here. Well, that doesn't look good. Well, let's see how it should work out. Put it in about this. Put it in default. Let's see what happens. Looks weird, but it's completely okay. Put it in a normal distance, which it would be slow. I recommend putting it somewhere over here. But since the swing doesn't look good here, but if you adjust it more, adding it somewhere smaller, it looks a bit better, doesn't it? Look. Now your animation is complete. This shall be your first animation. Bye bye, friends. Have a